Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. I am going to go through the final area of Link's Awakening. And that will take us up here to this giant magical egg in between Tao Mountains and the final temple, Turtle Rock. So first thing we want to go through though is starting here in the village and coming right down here and getting a code that we are going to need. So I am going to need to write this down really quick, and I highly recommend you do as well. So that's going to be left, up, right, up. Your code is most likely going to be different, so don't even worry about what you're seeing on the screen right now. Go check out your book, write down the notes, or you are never going to get through that egg. As it is a complete maze and you have to follow the directions here or you not get your way through. So let me write this down, take a picture, whatever you got to do, and we'll continue on our journey. Now that we got that put together and got those notes, we're going to go teleport over to Dampy's shack. And so pretty much here, there's really not much, there's no dungeon or anything, it is just a maze and then a boss fight. So you can see I have all 20 hearts. I have the secret medicine as well, so in case I die, I can revive. I also take only half damage, so if you are maybe not as skilled, or you are gonna think you're gonna run into some issues, I highly recommend grabbing as much health, hearts, medicine, fairies, whatever you gotta do to keep going. So you can see here I have 3 bottles. I could go collect 3 fairies, but I should be good with my 20 hearts and my secret medicine if needed. So now we are going to pull out our little song and let's start making some music here. So this is going to essentially crack the egg and we can just kind of walk right in. So these are obviously the instruments that we've collected from around the island. And so if you come up here, you try to play the song. If you do not have all the items, you're out of luck. You need to go back and go to finish off the temple so you can collect the instruments. So this will just take a minute. And of course, Zelda is always known for its beautiful music. So just kind of sit back and enjoy that. So once we get over here and get through this, as this obviously is going to take like a minute to get through, I think we get visited by the owl. And also, yeah, right up front, we can just walk right in. There's going to be a giant crack in the egg. Perfect. We should be good to keep going in just a second. So now we should be getting visited by the owl, I believe. Yep, there we go. So, time to enter the egg. Same thing also with the boss fight. Highly recommend you load up on magic powder. And I'll probably be using the boomerang as well. So, magic powder is going to be first. So, we're good there. So, just come right in here. You can see this void. Just fall right in. There's really nothing you can do there. So, now we're going to work our way up and out of the entrance. And for me, it was left. Continue straight, going to the left exit. Continue again straight, going through the left exit. And now we're going to take a little right and head up in the up entrance and exit. Take a right. Up. Right. Oh, did I mess this up? Nope. Okay, we're good here. Okay. So now we are good to take on the boss. I highly recommend I use the feather pretty much always. And then at the beginning, we're going to use our little magic powder. So this guy is actually kind of a long boss compared to like Zelda standards and things like that. Obviously, you're like into Dark Souls or, some of the other bosses. It's not particularly long, but for a Zelda fight, I kind of was surprised at how many rounds we're going to go with this guy. So the first one's pretty easy. We're just going to throw magic powder on him. So we're going to have to do this 3-4 times, kind of typical Zelda stuff. Honestly, like for this one, in my opinion, it doesn't really even matter if you get hit. So now he should start teleporting out. Go. So kind of like Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time, we're going to hit this guy with his own attack. Just time that up, and pretty easy. Oh, there, that's the one I always miss. So, to me, it doesn't really matter. Take the damage. It's not a big deal. Okay, maybe I need to avoid that. Yep, okay, there we go. Ah, shoot. Let's see if he'll give us the full attack. And, of course, I whiff. There we go. Let's see if we... Nope, still not onto the next one. There we go. Perfect. So that should be 2 rounds done. I got like 4 or 5 in total. So, luckily for me, doing the Dampy bosses, I have done this boss a handful of times, as I always chose this boss when going through those dungeons. So that one is super easy. This one, I believe it is super obnoxious to me. Whoop. So I'm going to avoid the fire attacks. Just kind of keeping it simple. And then I'm going to line up with him at the end. There we go. Whee! Nope, he's going to do his little bird attack. So same thing, just got to line him up, hit him about 3 to 4 times. This is where, in my opinion, you should probably lose the most health, as I find that attack, like, I don't even have much time to, line up and really give him a good swing. So I think you can also use your, holding B and give that swing attack there. But I use the Pegasus boots, as I feel like that is the easiest. The only thing is, yeah, he will probably get an attack on me every single time. And honestly, I might even miss some of my attacks, as I find the Pegasus boots not the most efficient way of hitting him. As I tend to have a hard time. Yep, did it again. Was looking the wrong way. Nope, can't even get an attack off. Okay. But these guys, nice and easy. You can kind of just move left and right. And that's when I am going to utilize my Pegasus boots. There we go. Got in a little cheap attack there. I'll take that any day. So let's go put on my boomerang. I think this is it. Just keep hitting him with that. See if that does anything. Nice. So I'm already kind of lost track of how many different guys we have taken, but this is the final one. So this one also, you might take a good amount of damage. Just keep jumping. Avoid the attacks, and honestly, I find it even easier to avoid the attacks when they're moving faster, when you are a little bit further on into the fight. So we're going to need to hit him a handful of times. And you can see, I kind of trapped myself in the corner. But it's not a big deal. At this point, I've pretty much beaten the boss. I did lose a handful of hearts. Whoop. There we go. There we go. And you could I haven't used the bow and arrow or hook shot or anything like that, but I imagine that would work as well. I think the boomerang is probably the easiest tool to utilize here. There we go. I keep on trying to get a second attack in just to kind of speed this up, but no luck. So you can see it's speeding up a little bit. Oh, press the wrong button. Whee. And now I find this easier to avoid. I can kind of just jump left, jump right, jump left, whatever. Whee. And I think this might be the last shot. Nope, we got a little bit more to go. But this is literally the end of the game. And then at that point, we're going to get a little bit more of the storyline. And then it is game over. So overall, you could probably beat this game in a couple days, maybe 10 hours if you don't really try to collect everything. It shouldn't be too hard. But with me going through, I collected all the seashells, collected all the hearts. That definitely is where it's more time consuming there. The trading sequence to get the boomerang at the very end. But overall, it was a really fun game. I really enjoyed this. I'm really glad that Nintendo brought back a very old game that probably most people had forgotten. Personally, I have this on the Game Boy. I played it as a kid. I played this game a couple times through when it first came out on the Switch. I just didn't complete it, those times as well. And then just kind of going back and trying it on the Game Boy is just a little outdated for me. It's a little hard to play on the 2D little pocket. So, but this one, I love what Nintendo did here. Now they have like Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. With this very similar art style. So if you like that art style, I feel I highly recommend just kind of grabbing that game as well. It definitely has a different play. You obviously play as Zelda as well. But I think that they did a great job with this. I'm hoping that they do some other things with some of the kind of forgotten Game Boy games that Zelda has, and as well as like even things like Kirby, and some of their other games. Personally, I even would love to see 3DS reader and DS game reader on like the Switch, but I don't think that accessory will ever come. So, pulling out all of the different instruments. I didn't really read through the the discussion with the whale there and the fish, but you can kind of read through it on your own time as the game is going, and hopefully you kind of follow the walkthrough and get through this and complete it. As I kind of do with most of my walkthroughs, I kind of skip through the dialogue. You guys can kind of read that on your own time. But you can see everything's just kind of disappearing. And then we're going to get kind of the different art style with Link and what he looks like in this game compared to other ones like, Ocarina of Time has a much different graphic style. Same with, Breath of the Wild and such. So now we're getting shot out. And we're going to end up in the ocean, just kind of on a log. So personally, I like this graphic style. This animation, it just kind of reminds me of the TV show that was a little controversial, we'll just say it that way. Maybe not the best show, but I do think it'd be great for Zelda to come back and Link to come back with another cartoon. I think they have so much with the story that they could do, especially with things like, I think Castlevania has a cartoon now. The Lord of the Rings animated version on, I think that's on Amazon Prime. Different things like that. I think that could add so much more to the story. Then it's, at this point, we all know Link doesn't talk, but being able to kind of tell a story in a formatted way, like a cartoon, like an animated style or movie, would be just amazing. So not much left here. This is just going to take us into the end credits. So at this point, I'll probably just cut off this video. And just thank you guys for watching these videos. I hope you guys find them helpful. I love kind of making this content and going through the great games that I've played in my past and trying on some new ones as well. So yeah, I hope you guys found these videos helpful. Catch you on the next one.